How about your party? At the Republican Governors Association meeting this week, a bunch of governors got up, and it was like a litany of postmortems on the election.
Obama was going to get elected president unless the American people came to the conclusion he was unacceptable.
We're going to have to be bold. We're going to have to be aggressive.
They fired us with cause. We gave them reason to fire us.
Is he right?
Well, yes. I mean, if you look at it in a political way, I think that, that everyone will have a different take on what happened this last election. I think you can also make it very simple, and that is, that Republicans have not provided for what the people need. And I think that's why Jindal is partially right on that, always right on that, because, it is all about what do the people of America need right now, and have we provided that as a party? And to me, I, of course, go way beyond all of that, because to me, I think it's a bunch of nonsense talking about parties and all of those things, because in the end, the American people are not that interested in Democrats versus Republicans and them arguing in Washington about, is this a Democratic principle or is this a Republican principle? Let me tell you something. When it comes to building roads and people driving on the roads, it's Democrats, Republicans, independents, decline to state. Everyone wants to use those roads. Everyone's kids, Republicans, kids, Democrats, kids, everyone is in the school. They want to have great education. When it comes to clean air and protecting our environment and fighting global warming, everyone in America wants to be part of that. So I think that it's only the politicians that always divide things up and draw the line and says this is a Republican idea and this is a Democratic idea. In the meantime, it doesn't help the people to stay in their homes.
That sounds like Barack Obama.
Well, it may sound, whoever it sounds like, but I just think that we are too, kind of preoccupied with this Democrat versus Republican. When I make decisions as governor here in California, I have my Republican principles, but I don't make decisions based on just Republican principles. I make decisions on what do the people need. Right now, the people need to stay in their homes. So I want to go and renegotiate and have them work on the loan agreements and see how do we bring the payments, the monthly payments, the mortgage payments down so they're affordable for the people. They can go and lower the interest rate. They can go and draw up the payments instead of 30 years, 40 years, or whatever maybe the method is. But let's help the people. And I don't analyze, wait a minute, is this a Republican idea or a Democratic idea?
But you are a Republican, so how does your party do that? Governor Tim Pawlenty says Republicans need a Dr. Phil moment. We have to recognize we are not speaking to the fastest growing voter groups, Hispanics, young people, professionals.
Well, again, if I start to calculate of what can I do specifically for the Latinos, what can I specifically do for the African Americans, and what can I do specifically for this group and that group and for the Austrian-born bodybuilders and all of those kind of things, I will go crazy. I got to think about California. What can I do for the California people? So that's why a lot of times when Latinos come to me and say, what have you done for us? I say, you benefit when we get a better education system. You benefit when we rebuild California and when we build the infrastructure of California, when we fix our levees and we don't have the huge floods if there's an earthquake, when we build extra schools. Everyone benefits from it. Latinos benefit, African Americans benefit, everyone benefits from that. I say, so I don't go and make decisions based on what I do specifically to pass legislation that helps Latinos. That's all wrong dialogue. That's divisive. We are all Americans. All Americans. I feel as American being an Austrian, as I want the Latino to feel American, as I want the blacks to feel American. Everyone, we are all one in one part, and we are all together. There's one big mosaic that is all coming together.
Do you think, though, your party sends that message?
Well, no, many times they don't. But I mean, so that's what they have to learn. Remember that so many times there's dialogue about, we have to go back to our core values. What is that? What is core? How far does core go back in history in America, the word core? Does it go back 30 years? Does it go back 50 years? Because we know that Teddy Roosevelt talked about universal health care. So they are off the core for a long time ago already. That he has talked about protecting our environment, so they have been off for a long time on that. I mean, let's be honest, Ronald Reagan, let's go to Eisenhower, for instance. Eisenhower has built the highway system in America, and he has poured billions of dollars into infrastructure, where Republicans today say, well, that's spending, we shouldn't spend. That's not spending, that's investing in the future of America. So there's a lot of things that they have been off on if they want to go and talk about core values, but maybe their definition of core values is maybe different. But I mean, so I think it's all nonsense talk. I think we have to just talk about one thing. What do we need now? Now America needs to be rebuilt, because we haven't really rebuilt America for decades. So we need to rebuild America, fix the bridges, fix the highways, fix the buildings, tunnels, and all of those kind of things we need to do. And then we have to go and create great relationships with our partners overseas, with the world, to build those relationships again. And we have to take care of healthcare, we have to take care of our environment, and we have to build an energy future. Those are the things that people want right now. And I know in the poll numbers in America, I mean in California, that's what the people want.